Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to the Aquarian Adepts, my platform, our platform to become your spiritual server. And welcome to the daily reading for today, Tuesday, October the 23rd of 2018. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. The sun has entered into Scorpio with Scorpio season, which means that it's about to get spooky. Maybe. I feel like this Scorpio season, a lot of the spooks and a lot of the specters that we may feel are looming over us are going to be really self-projected. And today is going to be, one of those days. This is a very powerful way to begin off Scorpio season, because if you look at the astrology for today, as soon as the sun enters Scorpio, which at the time of me recording this it already has, it begins its opposition with Uranus, and the opposition will actually apex later this evening around 9 p.m. But there's also this fixed cross energy, because we do have the north and south node also in Leo and Aquarius respectively at 0 degrees. So we do actually have this fixed cross energy that will actually go on for the next couple of days. Not only that, but Venus is close to the mix. The Sun and Venus will be crossing over each other soon. But for today, the Moon will still be in Aries, as like I said, the Sun shifting into Scorpio. There can be definitely some moments today where we want to act on our desires and impulse and want just a quick fix. There could be sensations, or there can be, like I said, a desire where we feel like we have to just do something. We just have to satisfy some sort of craving. But the question is, of course, with Venus still here in the mix, and Saturn also in the mix too. Because now this energy of Saturn is going to be sextiling the Sun. It's going to really bring up this question of, okay, yes, you have these desires, you have these, these appetites. Now, are you going to satisfy them in just a very quick, fixed way? Or are you really going to give yourself the sustenance that your soul really craves, which is a deeper place? And it may require some more work and some more effort. And are you willing to put in that work and that effort? And even if you look at the cards for today, as you can see, we do have the Three of Pentacles and the Lover's card. These are supported by the sacred geometry card of the Divine Feminine, which reads, the frequency of Divine Feminine supports our receptive, nurturing, and soft side, allowing it to express itself openly and helping us to connect to our intrinsic understanding of our connection to all of creation. Today is definitely going to be a day where you don't really want to force the issue. And it's interesting because it's Tuesday, it's the day of Mars, so there's definitely a lot of focus on the masculine energy as well. But today is going to be a day where really you want to harness that power of Aries. You want to harness that initiation, acting power, and channel it in a way that will bring about a better future for yourself. And that's not just going to just satisfy the moment. It's not just going to satisfy some type of craving that you have right now. And we all have these. We all have different things that we have to work through. And we all have this, theme of like whether or not we are going to just get the quick fix or we're going to go for the long haul. The interesting thing that I want to note about today, especially with the astrology, is the fact that when the Sun-Uranus opposition comes exact, which will be around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you have a lot of 4 energy. Uranus represents 4 energy, so it's all automatically in the mix, but it's at 0 degrees, so this is really kind of an open gate, really an open portal, and also really us establishing some type of boundary around the way that we innovate our value and the way that we see our self-confidence and our self-worth. And You know, also about, looking at our manifestations and looking at the world and our platform, our foundation, and seeing where we can, like I said, innovate and revolutionize where we are and make things more stable. Because even though Uranus energy, it can be a very unstable energy as far as like mixing things up, it also is meant to stabilize. If you think about four, a table has 4 legs, a chair has 4 legs, a car has 4 wheels, a dog, a cat has 4 legs. So it can be a very stabilizing energy. And if you look at what happens during the apex of the Sun opposed Uranus, Venus will be at 4 degrees of Scorpio, Saturn will be at 4 degrees of Capricorn, Neptune will be at 13 degrees of Pisces, 1 plus 3 is 4, and the Moon will actually be at 22 degrees of Aries, 2 plus 2 is 4. So there's definitely a focus on this 4 energy. There's definitely a focus on this breakdown, breakthrough, stabilizing energy. So it may feel a little wonky today, it may feel a little crazy today, you may feel like the buzz to want to move forward and do things and act on things, but you also want to consider and make sure, can I stabilize this energy? Is this too erratic? We have to consider the South Node is still in Aquarius, so there could be energy of things being too erratic, too crazy, too off the hinges, and there's a potential to kind of lose touch with reality because we can get so lost into the darkness, into our own shadows, into our own closet that we throw the bones in. Like today could be a day where we just go and chill with the bones in the closet, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. We all do it from time to time. We just go chill with our bones in the closet. But today could be a day where you may really identify with those. To consider, the Moon has come over Chiron, which is in Pisces, but it was in those first degrees of Aries. So, and this is this whole area of our psyche and of our consciousness, this Aries energy, this whole energy signature, the ego, personality, how we act and initiate things, is going to be going through a deep healing transformation over the next, 8 years or so. We also have to consider, of course, that Uranus will be coming back into Aries too. So there's definitely a transformation when it comes to the self. And when we look at the cards, the Three of Pentacles and the Lovers, what it's saying here is that, you can absolutely have the relationship that you want. But you do realize that it does come with hard work. The Three of Pentacles is a person who is working on their craft and is working on perfecting their craft. It is someone who is definitely very passionate about what they do. It could be, I kind of like to see the Three of Pentacles as not necessarily the pro at what they do, but they're definitely someone who's been in the game for a couple years. And then you have the Lovers card here, which is a beautiful card. We were just coming off of Libra season, and of course the Moon will come into Gemini later this week, but coming off of Libra season, the season of partnerships, and don't get it twisted, Scorpio is very much so a sign of partnerships too. Even though it's the house of privacy, it's also about the people that you actually allow to see those private parts of who you are. In both senses of the word, not just sexual, but also like your deepest core self, and willing to actually be naked in front of this person and naked in front of God. This doesn't come easy. This is the Three of Pentacles. It's not the Three of Cups, where you're partying and stuff like that. It's just the Three of Pentacles. You gotta put in some hard work. You gotta work a little bit before you celebrate. And you gotta be open to change. The Divine Feminine here, it's saying that we need to be open and be more nurturing, come to our soft side a bit. And it might be a little hard to do that because, of course, Venus right now is retrograde in Scorpio. But it is trying to understand these deeper currents, and it is trying to stabilize our understanding of them. It's doing the best it can right now. So, today, as I've said, and the moon, of course, as it continues, it's going to sextile Mars, it's going to square Pluto and King comes to Mercury in that order. But being in Aries, we are definitely going to be acting and we're going to be acting and reacting to, the tropes of Aries. So, people, can be triggering each other. People can say different things off the impulse, and they can get you riled up if you allow them to. Then with the Sun in Scorpio, there definitely is going to be some really black and white truth statements that people are going to be making and saying with their words and their actions. And you're going to have the confidence and stability within yourself to remain grounded. I'm thinking of true peace it really does come from within. True peace is true stability really does come from within. When everything around you is falling and collapsing, you gotta think Scorpio energy is destruction energy as well. I'm seeing someone who's standing in the middle of a building and a tornado comes, and you just standing in the middle of that space as the tornado comes and rips everything. It tears everything from the hinges and it collapses the ceiling, but then after it passes, you're still standing there in the middle of all the debris, unharmed. Now, what happens a lot of times in those moments is that we like to try and take shelter, but really, if we realize that true peace and harmony and stability comes from within, we would have nothing to fear when things are being destroyed in our life. Now, that's a hard place to get to. It takes a lot of work and effort and work on yourself, self-improvement, meditation. It takes a lot of discipline to get to that point, to accept when things around you may be collapsing, and to still have the peace within you to keep moving forward when things around you can be changing so rapidly and quickly, but to actually remain grounded in your truth and not get too frazzled by what's going on around you. Today is a day where you really can rise in love. I would say fall in love and rise in love with the process of becoming. Fall and rise in love with the process of integrating your light self and your shadow self. Because it's not about getting... You see how they're trying to get rid of the darkness? How they try to make Scorpio only 6 days now by bringing in this other sign, and Scorpio's now only 6 days. You see this bullshit, how they're trying to get rid of the dark, how they're trying to extinguish it completely? Nah, we need the dark. We need that energy. They're trying to take it down to only 6 days. Get out of here. That is it for your reading today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, beloved, you can follow the link in the description below too, theAquarianAdepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to keep moving forward. Stay focused, Stan. Yahoo! Smile often.